Welcome to Wise Man Star platform where you learn cultural wisdom and heritage that you ought to know as an adult that you never knew, or you relearn to confirm what you already knew. Experience shows that some of our adults grow without knowing some of these things, especially those that are township bred. So please, these things are very important, and that's why you must watch every video in Wise Man Star platform because it contains all that you need to know culturally. So don't play with it. Today we are going straight away to the topic unlawful sexual practices and aberrations. Number one, blood relations. Your blood relations, you must never have sex with. Your close blood relations, your siblings, your nephew, your aunties, your mother, your father, etc. Even your father's wife, all of those things, or even having sex with mother and daughter, you know, all by one person. These are unlawful practices that is never tolerated in Africa. That of mother and having mother sex with mother and daughter at the same time is not forbidden per se, but it falls under cultural aberration, not per se forbidden. Other ones under cultural aberrations that are not directly forbidden but not tolerated is having sex in your office or your shop or your workplace, or deliberately having sex with a woman under his menstrual period deliberately. It's not forbidden, but there are mostly things that affects a man with negative energies. There are consequences of negative energies that comes with it. Not forbidden per se, but culturally, but it's an aberration and not recommended. Then we'll talk about adultery. Having sex with another man's wife is highly prohibited. All this you can see Proverbs 6:26-29. You read Leviticus, you read Exodus, you see all these things in the old Jewish culture, as contained in the old Jewish culture, which is exactly the same with the African culture. We will go also to the other ones that are very terribly forbidden as well, and that is like having sex in the bush. Having sex in the bush is a very terrible one, whether you have it with your wife or not, or anybody for that matter. In the bush, far from the living environment, is forbidden, and all these things have terrible consequences that affects persons in their later life, either with mysterious sicknesses or death of children, infants, innocently and all that. So we need to let your children know these things so that they avoid it. And where certain things happen in the normal African tradition, they go into divination to find out these things. And when you ask the children, they will tell you that yes, it happened, but long when we were small. But the cultural deities do not care whether you did it innocently or by mistake. You must own up, and the normal protocols, have to be done. The only exception in the case of in the bush, if you are somebody that has a camp in the forest, maybe like in those days where farmers have their farming camp, only you alone and your wife, where you stay some days before you go to town. That place is taken as one of your principal place of residence, and you must also keep chickens and fowls there to crow, to show that this a living, environment. That one is normally uh, has no forbidden or consequences. So a lot of these things we must let our siblings know on time so that they avoid it and keep the culture of Africa going. Thank you. Thank you.